Did it work? Oh, I missed it.
Yeah. There we go.
Might as well answer it this time.
Yeah, it's fine.
There he is.
What up?
What up?
Hey, man.
Sorry, it's like the apocalypse out here in Dallas. Shows and all kinds of crazy stuff. So I'm running off my phone hotspot and got the flashlights in case we go out.
Right on.
Nice.
We went ahead and went live, just so you know. So we're on right now.
Nice. I can't see you guys. Should I be doing that?
What is making that noise on my phone?
That's something. Something's gone awry here.
Why? He should be able to see us. I think.
It just said like it lost camera connection for some reason.
Oh.
So what? Since we're in the call, I can't see what's going on. Oh,
you guys
here
need
we
to
go.
hang it up. Call me back, or I'll call you back.
Wait a minute. Here we go.
It's not showing that camera.
Yeah, it turned off for some reason.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Okay. Still don't see it, but just so you guys know.
Yeah, the camera turned off by itself for some reason.
Weird.
There it goes. Should be coming on. There it is.
Still got nothing, huh?
Might have to call back. Might have to restart the call.
Yeah, it just switched to the camera again.
Cool. Yeah, I'll buzz you guys back if you want.
Okay. Yeah, just give us a minute real quick.
Cool. Yeah, you got it.
Weird.
Okay.
It was literally just on the entire time.
Try again.
So, go in there. Audio, video. There it is. What? Don't understand why that happened.
Because it's a piece of junk.
Yeah. Literally just had it on the entire time, and it was just, as soon as we started the call, it was just like, nope.
I don't.
Okay, so.
There we go. Can you see us?
What up, dude?
It just disconnected
Are you
again.
serious? What the hell?
Is it me?
It was working as soon as right before we connected. Try. What the hell?
That is so weird.
That is weird.
Yeah, we've literally used the same camera like weeks.
Right? Is it on the feed all jacked up?
I don't know what's going on. Try it again, I guess. Nope. Now it's
You got it, man.
Now it just turned off.
It just turned off?
What a pile of crap. Okay, now it's on. Okay, it's on webcam. Piece of shit. It worked fine.
Right.
Until today, apparently. We can't use one of the other cameras. We have to move it if we wanted to use that one, didn't we?
Well, we can't use two of the same.
Oh. The fuck?
Hold on, it might be Skype. Good old Skype. Always makes you look like an idiot.
Is it still on?
Okay. Now.
Yeah, audio, video. Okay.
Okay.
And is it on?
Yeah, I did.
Are we there? Let's see how long it lasts this time.
I've got this flashlight. So I play with it like all the time. Right. Y'all been drinking tonight?
Huh? Yeah, I have actually.
Right?
I have actually.
Yeah, so much better being able to see your beautiful faces.
Yeah.
Right. I just restarted Skype. It's usually a Skype thing.
Skype sucks.
You just gotta like unplug, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, my internet's not working. They're like, did you unplug it and plug it back in? I'm like, really? Come on now.
It's like everybody knows how to do that now.
Yeah,
Right.
I know, right? So how you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Ready to party? It's my middle name.
Like
So
the whole sentence is your middle name?
Yeah, the entire sentence.
Nice.
nice.
My parents were hippies. They were on some crazy stuff. Anyway, when born, they asked, "What's his name?" And they were like, "I'm ready to party."
Sign it.
Right? Done. Gotta go. Back then there wasn't computers, right? So it was just like, well, it's already written, and we don't want to go through it, so done.
Right.
That must be a real pain in the ass on forms.
Right?
So, what's going on with you, man?
Not much, man. Just tearing it up, dude. Ready to have a good interview with you guys. This is super exciting, man. Like I love doing live stuff. I just think it's super fun. Something about it, you know. I was a big wrestling fan as a kid, and whenever wrestling was on live, it was like exciting because you're like, whoa, Monday Nitro, anything can happen, right? And so it's always cool when you can do something live,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, we like it. We've been
Yeah.
doing it for a while. It's been fun.
It's crazy how things change because, like, you know, technical issues happen. And
Right.
when it happens the first time in your life, you're like, oh, shit. But now it's just like stupid crap. You know, you just smack it
Right.
around.
Right. What sucks is like you can't like hit your iPad, like, you know, or whatever you're using in your camera or your computer, like on the side. Like back in the day,
Right.
it was like TV and the channel would get fixed, but you're like, yeah, I don't think it really works that way anymore.
Right? I used to have a computer my brother gave me like in high school, and like it wouldn't turn on all the time unless I like smacked the top of it, and then it would turn on.
You know, it's funny. My brother had a thing called an E-machine
Mm-hmm.
from the laptop, dude. That thing lasted through. I had a Dell. I had you know, like the newest Dell, the newest HP, whatever it was. Like I had the coolest stuff, right? And those things would break down. I'd be taking them to Best Buy, this and this, and he had this little like $400 E-machine. He probably still has to this day. It's still kind of funny. And you would have the same kind of issue.
Yeah, I remember I'd always be sitting there. I don't even know. Probably downloading music on dial-up back then. And
Using your 10 free hours that you got.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, LimeWire was destroying it while I was trying to download music, and me beating the shit out of that computer trying to get it to work.
Fire, dude. You know what? Weird, I totally forgotten about that.
Yeah, LimeWire, Napster.
Yeah.
There were some other knockoff ones that were even worse.
Napster, you'll never forget. That's like just forever gonna be embedded in our brains. If you're a music fan, right? That was
Right.
that was the planetary slingshot to the music world, right? With Napster.
Mhm.
But forgot about LimeWire. That's crazy.
The worst thing was when you download a song, and then you'd get it and you'd play it, and it wasn't the song that it was titled, but it took me like 4 hours to download on my dial-up.
Yeah, dude, I remember that. I was trying like crazy to get a Deftones White Pony album like before it came out. I was like, oh my god, I need to hear this. I'd heard like Change on like mp3.com or something. Remember that? And I was like, oh dude, like I have to have this record. Somebody's got to have it. And it was like a big thing back then. Like, you know, if you leaked the record and all kinds of stuff. So it was good times, man. I kind of miss that. You know, I miss chasing your favorite artists. I miss chasing bands. That love for bands. I feel it's kind of like gone, right? Like you find something you like and you go down the rabbit hole.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of not around anymore. Kind of weird.
It's everything's available now. Like you don't have to search really for anything, you know. Like they've put it out on Spotify or Apple Music or whatever else. You don't have to go search the weird corners of the internet trying to find that album that you want.
Right? Yeah, totally. You know, and that was when I first started this project. Was part of my approach with it was I was like, man, really don't want to be that guy that's like beating people over the head with like my Facebook, blah 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 blah, right? Like you got to promote, you got to put it out there if people don't know, and
Right.
Hmm.
it's a real fine line, right? So I'm like, well, let me make sure, like at least I think, and other people, like my team included, are feel that the music is strong. First of all, right? Let's put a product out there that's like we think it's pretty cool. Someone might like it, right? So at least it takes out like half that battle because I remember being in like terrible bands and like trying to get people to like our stuff, and I'm like, God, I just don't want to be that guy anymore. And so let's get real creative with the way that you try to connect with people these days. Someone told me social media is much like dating,
Hmm.
and I was like, well, that sucks because I'm terrible at both. So here we go.
Yeah, it's tough to balance. Like to do social media right is really hard. Um,
Right.
I don't. We're terrible at it. We talked to somebody that did like social media marketing or something. What she
Yeah.
do? She did that and some other stuff for
Music
bands.
marketing and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
and
Yeah.
she was like, "Yeah, you really got to hit that Instagram." And like, I thought about that, and then I tried to think about stuff to post on our Instagram. Like, I don't have anything interesting to post for us on there. So,
Yeah, and is over the top as like my personality is. That doesn't translate into social media. Go figure, right? Like I'm not like a selfie guy. I'm not
Right.
like a look what I'm doing today. Like it pains me to have to like, hey, well, let me make a video and like talk about something coming up with the band, right? It's like it's so weird to me because I'm like, I can't do it. But maybe if I had that bitch and Golden Girls shirt that you have on, I feel better about it, right?
Dude, people love the Golden Girl shirt.
he wears it every week, just
Yeah,
every week.
yeah.
Don't you have another one?
I do. I actually have
I was
two.
gonna say I thought you had a different one.
One of them says just Golden Girls across the top, and it's like a portrait of them, but it's in that like Iron Maiden font.
Shut up, dude. Where'd you
Yeah.
get it?
Macy's.
Serious?
Yeah.
Dude, I gotta find me one, man, because it's funny. I've got a group of some fans that will travel sometimes, and they're like the Golden Girls of like rock,
Yeah.
and they joke they're like the Golden Girls, and this crew, particular ladies, shout out what, are just absolutely hysterical. But I need that shirt.
Yeah.
Macy's, really?
Yeah.
Long time ago or recently?
It was probably about a year and a half ago. I'm
I'm
sure there's some on Amazon or something.
be searching the deep dark corners of the internet after this.
Yeah. Golden Girls t-shirts.
That's killer, man.
Yeah. So tell us a little about yourself and how you got into music.
Well, I like short walks on the beach
Nice.
because I don't like sand in my feet because you just can't get it out. I'm kidding.
It's true though.
Right? It's kind of funny. I got into music thanks to my mom. Like I said earlier, she's an old hippie, and she took me to see. I'd be listening to music all the time. I guess even in the womb, right? And when I was little, I remember turntables being in the house. I remember being scared to death of Ozzy Osbourne Blizzard of Oz. Like I would hide the album cover. I would listen to the album at like 5 years old on my little Mickey Mouse record player, but I would hide the album cover because it just like scared me, right? And I went to see Kiss when I was 5 years old, and that just kind of like changed it for me, right? I didn't know what was happening at the time. It was just like whatever those guys are doing, like I want to do that, right? And my mom's friend Pam ran the Coliseum where I was from in El Paso, and my mom had gone to the restroom or something, so we were side stage, and Kiss was walking up, and I'm 5 years old, and I'm crying. I'm like, Mom, I don't want my mom. And Gene Simmons like walks up, and he just like looks right at me because we're on the side of the stage, and he goes, like a kiss, a bass pick on his tongue, and I just like freaked out, and I like took it, which bad move now, knowing everywhere he's been, but wasn't a don't let a 5-year-old take a bass pick from Gene Simmons' tongue, but just like reached out like and I grabbed it, and it was almost some weird not like a torch passing, but it was like a rite of passage, right? Like here you go, kid. and I was hooked, man. And then I heard Guns N' Roses in the fifth grade, and I was like Paradise City, and I was like, dude, this voice and these guitar licks. I was like, I need to be both of these guys like in one, right? I was like, I want to be Axel and I want to be Slash, and I can't decide. And so that really kind of set off the trajectory for me. I started playing. I would play around town like with the little jazz cats because a lot of the my friends like they didn't play music or they weren't good enough or they would just like bang on things, and I was like, dude, I can only play like "Smells Like Teen Spirit" 100 times before I'm good at it. You know what I mean? Learn it.
Right.
So I played with these jazz cats and these blues guys just to get my feet wet, and ended up playing with a lot of older friends in high school. And when Nine Inch Nails and The Cure and Depeche Mode came around, it was like for me because I had a really hard time writing originals as far as lyrics were concerned back then. I mean, because you're a kid, like what do you write about?
Right.
And I was a chunky kid back in the day, so I remember I saw like a White Lion video, and song was "Little Fighter." Man, I will never forget this. And it's like on Headbangers Ball, and I like jumped off my bunk bed, and I'm like, "Mom," and I'm like distraught, crying. She's like, What the hell is wrong with you?" And I'm like, "Mom, I want to be in a band, but I'm too fat to fit into yellow spandex." when when The Cure, Nine Inch Nails, and Depeche Mode came out, and it wasn't about the look, and everything was dark, and Robert Smith's lyrics. I mean, there I got my Robert Smith tattoo right there.
Nice.
Were about like dark stuff and lullabies and dreams and all that kind of stuff. It changed the game, right? Because I'm like, how am I going to be 13 years old and writing about nothing but a good time and drugs on the streets of LA? I was like, I don't know, dude. I could write about what was happening in the streets of my suburban middle school or something. you know. So that was kind of like a cool um, another jumping off point for me because I really took a lot from those bands. I was attracted to the darker stuff. Um, Trent Reznor doing everything on his own.
Yeah.
That Richard Patrick had worked on the earlier Nine Inch Nails stuff with him. It was all Trent, and for me, I was like mind blown, right? Because I had again going back to earlier, I couldn't jam with a lot of people because we were just in different places or different motivations or whatever. I had this little Tascam 4-track, Tascam Porta Studio 424 with old cassettes, right?
Nice.
And my God, I can record my own drums. Like drummers in my band would leave their drum kits, and I would like go downstairs with like screwdrivers and like paint sticks. I'd like use it to record a drum track, and I'd go do a bass line and guitar and vocals. And I just thought it was the man. But that was really kind of like a turning point for me where I decided I was going to keep doing it. I wanted to get into production. I wanted to get into songwriting. I wanted to get into just all things music, besides things that were, like my band. It's like I don't just want to be that band dude. I want to be able to work with a lot of other people because I'm a music fan in general. I don't just like rock bands. I don't just like metal bands. It's like, dude, country artists I love. There's pop artists I love. And for all my personalities, if you will, we were all in agreement that we wanted to do music.
Nice.
So yeah, that's how I got there, man.
How did you get started with the band you're in now? Then, how would you guys all get started?
As Strange as Angels, this project, is a rip from the Cure catalog, if you will, the song "Just Like Heaven." Strange as Angels. But I didn't know it at the time when I thought of the band name. It just was like embedded in my brain, and I was like, man, I have this genius name for a band. It'll be so cool, And I remember being out at dinner with a friend when we're listening, we're eating, and I hear like "Just Like Heaven," and I'm like, oh my God, like I didn't even it didn't click, right? But I'd been in some other bands before, a band called Never Enough, an industrial band with Keith and Trevor from 18 Visions and Throwdown. That was super fun. I was in a band called Murder FM, and we were very, very fortunate in that we were able to work with, Bo Hill, who's a legendary producer, co-founder of Interscope Records. We were doing arenas with people like Korn, Rob Zombie, Five Finger Death Punch. I mean, we were just doing all these high-profile shows. Released 2 records, a couple EPs, and singles. But I got a planetary slingshot in my life, a divorce, which wasn't heavy, in that it was like, oh my God, the love of my life, I lost love, like none of that stuff, man. It's better in the end now. but we had a little boy, my little boy Dexter, like the serial killer, not the cartoon. Like, no. And so that was where there were challenges presented that life doesn't really prepare you for, and he's a young little boy, and we're lucky to have both of our parents in the mix. So
hmm
at the same time, you've got kind of a Hatfields versus McCoy's kind of thing going on, when it's
Hmm.
happening, and it makes your brain crazy, and my self-esteem was at an all-time low, my self-awareness was at an all-time high. So I stopped playing music, my own music, for a while. I didn't go on tour. I stopped cold turkey with Murder FM, and it was because I didn't want someone to say. And at that point in time, I mean, you're on edge, right? So anything could be anything. He doesn't want to be a dad. He wants to be on tour. He wants to be partying and hanging out. So I just cold turkey stopped, man, because my son was the most important thing. And taking a break from it for so long, a couple of years, and really like having to rebuild my life. I reinvented myself musically. It's very difficult to do when you're a singer because you can't just go to the store and buy a new vocal, like a new tone. You get a
Right.
guitar. By the way, Guitar Center shout out. We need our money. Um, we just plugged you on the All Around Music podcast. Um, you can go get a new guitar. You can go get a new kit. You can get a new band. Someone like Dave Grohl can go from playing drums in Nirvana to singing. I mean, he could have gone to play a kazoo, and it would have been just completely different from anything he had done, right? But to go from being a guitar player singer to a guitar player singer was going to be a real challenge. Um, so I had to, just step away from a while. I had to reinvent myself, rebuild, and fall in love with the process again. And in that process, man, that's how the Strangest Angels project came about. I used to have these crazy mohawks, and like I grew my hair out. I lost 30 pounds. Like I had to go through all this like therapy and counseling
hmm
because of the divorce stuff. And instead of getting real mad at it, like at first I was like, God, this stinks. And then I really embraced it. I looked at it as a way to find like, hey man, let me sit on someone's couch today, and she's talking to me about our divorce stuff and
hmm
post-divorce traumas and whatever, and I'm sitting there going, giving me some real cool ways to write like some cool lyrics. It was like just flew over my head. I wasn't listening to any of that. It was just like, how do I get deeper inside myself, because it became a mission for me at that point, right? The Strangers Angels thing was going to be, there has to be other people. I, there is other people in the world that have faced adversities, their own adversities. And that's what I want this project to be about, that you can kind of rise from those ashes. You can use those ashes to rebuild. You can use that bat to your face, so to speak, that crushes your face to rebuild your face however you want to rebuild it. So I tried to just take it as a blessing rather than a curse, man. And my little boy was really the one that inspired me. We were sitting in our crib, and he was playing his little light up drum set, and he goes, "Daddy, go get your guitar." I'm like, "Okay." And he's like, "Let's play a song." And I just started like playing a song like on guitar, and he's just banging away. I mean, there's nothing really cool happening, but I was like, "How cool is this?" Like,
Right.
I almost gave away a huge piece of myself since I was 5 years old, and gave up a huge piece of myself, my identity, because the world started to make me feel like I had to tap out. But I don't. And now I can share this with my son too. So it just became like this whole like full circle thing. And when he was 5, I took him to see Kiss, and I remember seeing Kiss with my mom when I was 5. So it just became this like big old thing, and it was meaningful for me. And I think that's why it's tapping into with a lot of people and resonating right now, is because Murder FM was very character driven, and this Strangest Angels project is just. I mean, it's just from right here. I don't have any other way to like shoot other than straight from right here. So I got here, man.
Hell
I got
yeah.
it's scary. Yeah, it's a long story. It's a long answer to a really short question, right? But
No, I like it. I like to
it
hear.
Right.
I speaking of like the digital age and how we're talking about anyone can get their music out and it's all out there. To me, it was like I have a responsibility, like with that kind of power, right? Like just because I can doesn't mean that I should, you
Hmm.
know. And just because you can put your music up, I'm like, well, I guess I could fart on a snare drum and release it. And the crazy part of that is that probably, you know,
Somebody probably has.
10 bazillion people will watch it on YouTube. But if I really heartfelt song, I'll get like 2,000 views or something, right? But still, it was like I didn't want to clog up the marketplace with a vanity project. You know what I mean? I wanted it to be something that, like, all right, man, maybe these tunes might impact you in a way that they've impacted me. So
Right.
I was responsible with it along the way as best I could.
Sadly, someone probably has released them farting on a snare drum and put it on
Yeah, you know
YouTube.
what? I got that from actually, if I recall correctly, there was a MySpace site. Yeah, MySpace. And there was a dude that had him farting on a snare drum, like different snare drums. And those were the tracks on his profile, dude. And I was like, wow, crazy.
Of course, it's on MySpace too.
Yeah, yeah,
Freaking MySpace.
yeah, right. I kind of miss those days.
Yeah, it was great. You could put like your top 5 songs on there, your top 5 friends. You could make your profile look any way you wanted it to.
Yeah, yeah, it was interesting. I mean, for us, man, it was like we were kids at that time, so it was
Yeah.
like the Wild West. You know what I mean? It was like, oh my God,
Yeah.
power is in our hands,
It's like,
right?
we were like the pioneers of the internet at the time.
Yeah, yeah, because you didn't really know where it was going, and
Right.
that's what kind of cool about it. I mean, crazy dangerous in hindsight, but cool nonetheless. But it did clog up the marketplace, I think, for the casual music fan, of any genre. Because I mean, I do it sometimes. I'm like, I want to hear something new, and I'll like get on Spotify or I use Apple Music, and I'll get
Mhm.
on there, and I'm just like, what do I even search for? There's just like so much,
Right.
you know. I don't even know where to start.
Hmm. It is. I think it is hard to find new music when there's like
Just
where I get on Spotify and I'll look at like new. Um,
new
I don't know.
releases
Yeah,
and
it'll show me new crap. I don't know. Like there's so many different options you can pick from new. Like where
Yeah,
do you want to start? And then I'm like, I don't know what I want to listen to. It's just hard.
closes the app.
And then I just go back 90s hip hop.
yeah. That's funny. I think some people do maybe get like overwhelmed. It's like too
Yeah.
many. And I remember, when we had to go down that rabbit hole being younger, it was like whatever bands came out on Headbangers Ball or in
Yeah.
a magazine was like you either liked them or you didn't. So
Hmm.
you either got down with like Pantera and Iron Maiden, or you're like, I gotta wait till there's a band coming out that I do like, right? And in a way, I feel like that's why a lot of big rock and metal and in any artist of any genre really, like the big stars are gone, because even though the big evil record labels were what they were gatekeepers in a way that they filtered out a lot, and they actually were able to develop bands over course of time, right? So like someone like Motley Crue, right? They were going to do 5 records because that's what their deal called, and the name of the game was to break that band until they broke up, or until they broke. And now it's like you maybe have like one song, and
Hmm.
if your one song doesn't catch fire, everyone's kind of over you. You know what I mean? So it's like
Right.
it's scary, man. It is a scary endeavor, if you ask me.
Yeah,
It's
it's hit or miss.
I think it's good in the sense of more people can get out there and get their music out, and more people can enjoy it that way.
Right.
But if you're in it to just make money, it's not a good time to do it. I don't think. Like it's
Yeah,
hard to become on the top of the charts and make a lot of money off of it anymore. Seems like.
yeah. You guys just do it while you love it, and that's why going back to the Strangest Angels project, it was like, man, I didn't want to do it unless it was going to be something that was like, wow, like this, before it moves anybody else, like this kind of moves me. Like I'm
Yeah.
excited to hear myself, which I've been playing for so long that you kind of get bored of yourself. You're like, oh, I don't even think I'm cool anymore, because you just kind of like, how many times can you play like the same 6 strings and the same 12 notes in the musical alphabet, and how many different ways can you move them, right? And you have to find a way to like excite yourself, or it's just kind of like,
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
So tell us about the EP release. How'd that go? Like the process and everything.
the process was is about as painful as pulling a tooth, man. Um, because when I had taken a break from
Uh huh.
music, my own music, I own a music school here in Dallas called the Sound Foundation,
Oh,
and
nice.
I work with a lot of artists, and I produce and write for a lot of artists. But it's different when you're doing it for someone, because they come to you with a blueprint and you just have ideas and a way to make it cool, right? And
Mm-hmm.
your objective is to get them from point A to point B. But when it's your own stuff, it's like, you know how it is, man. Like if you guys are into creative, it's like when it's coming from you, like you will like remake a flyer or something 5 billion times because that
Yep.
particular color is like driving you nuts when no one else would care, right?
Right.
It's like I know. So with the music, it was like, man, I would pick up my guitar and I had been in these drop B tunings and drop A, and I'm pretty sure like we invented drop X at some point because dude, what are we even doing? It's just so low.
The strings
And
are just flopping around on the
yeah,
guitar.
I had to relearn how to like sing. Um, I would put myself in a standard tuning just so I would like, oh my god, like okay, let's move some notes now, right? Because it
Yeah.
was so low, like I was just living in this weird little like subterranean like world, and and then when you're not inspired though, it's just like I would pick up my guitar and I'm like 1, 2, 3,
Nothing.
2, 3. Oh, you know what I mean? And it was like I would go back to my first fret, third fret, fourth fret,
Yeah.
right? And so it took some time, man. And then once I was able to get the music out, it was like I couldn't find the lyrics. I would have like all these songs of just me like babbling, like no 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 right? Because I was like I can't write anything. I'm gonna know where I want it to go, which ended up being a blessing later on because my producer, one of my producers, Sahaj Takodin, who had done Mirror Mirror with me, we had worked on demos, and one of the songs he sent me, he had like a guide vocal, an idea, and it was all the mumbling, and I was like, oh, cool, I know how to do this, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Until it was like, all right, let's write some lyrics. Why don't you start?
Just start it off. I'll take off from there.
Yeah. So what was interesting was that when I worked with Sahaj, I remember sitting in LA with him, and I was just like, hey, dude, why don't we start with why don't you give me some ideas of what you think I might be cool at to a listener, right? Because I think so many times as an artist, like we'll do stuff and we'll release stuff the way we think people should like take us, right? So I'm like, I will do my photo shoots with my band and we present our band in a manner that we feel like you think or you should think it kicks ass, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in reality, maybe it's not connecting because you're like, you're not really like that kind of like band or that kind of like presentation or whatever. So I was like, let's just kind of throw out what you think I sound cool doing, and we just took it from there. And in the spirit of vulnerability, I made myself completely like vulnerable. He would just play some chords, and he's like, try this, sing this, and I'm like, okay, whatever. And it ended up being the first step in reinventing myself because it was like I went a completely different direction because I just let go of myself. I was like, well, whatever I would normally do, don't do that. Whatever I would normally sing, don't sing that. Whatever lyrics I would ever use, I mean, I would go down to my vowels, or I would be like, man, I always use that word. Take it out, take it out, take it out. Cool. And I'd be left with nothing sometimes, but it was cool to have him in my corner because he was like vocally, he was the dude that like really like broke me, man. Like, I mean, I would be singing and I'm like, I don't even know what the hell I'm singing. Does it sound good? Like, I had never asked myself that. Does it sound good? Right? Like, when you're doing your own stuff, you're like, damn, I sound good. You're recording and you're doing your stuff and you're like, this killer. And I was like, just scared, man. Like, I was scared to hear a mix. I remember bugging him because I'm like, dude, can you sing that song? Like, dude, I was so scared that maybe like he hadn't sent me one because he was gonna go find a singer that sounded like me,
Mm-hmm.
replace him with me in the track, and then tell me it was me. You know what I mean? I was like, oh my god, because it was just such a scary time because I was treading new ground for myself.
Right.
That's what made it challenging, but at the same time, it was super fun. But I'm positive, like I maybe even like cried out of fear at one point. I can't sing that note, dude. I'm a failure at life. And then I just heard the song and I was like, wow, ain't that something? So it was cool. It was cool. Like I was kind of doing this number. Yeah.
Yeah.
And now it's like now to be able to find that is really cool because it's just like I'm just running with it. I'm kicking out these songs. the 3 other songs I did on the Mirror Mirror EP that just came out. I did with Mick Kenny, who's worked with Motionless in White. I've got my friend CJ from Drowning Pool playing guitar on the song Love and Death, and we tried all new different kinds of things. It was like anything I could do different, I did different,
Right.
and made the process fun at that point. At that point I couldn't decide. I had too many options because I'm like, wow, like if I really open it up to an entire new world, I may never finish this damn thing because I'm just going to be writing forever. I'll be like 65, 70 years old. Like, dude, new single's going to drop, in 9 years. So it was just so pumped. I'll be like, Instagram part or something.
So you'd be like 80, 90 years old dropping singles. Is that what you said?
Yeah, man, yeah, I'm going to go for it.
Hell yeah, do it.
You'd be like, hey, everybody.
That'll be my niche then, G-Rock. with my tribe, dude, my golden girls.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's plenty of other awesome shirts out there on the internet.
Well, what I mean? I'm just music like that. There's an old saying, an ass for every saddle, right? So.
Yeah. That's true. So you guys have your single out. It's the title track of the EP, right? Mirror Mirror.
Yeah.
What's the song about? Is there any significance?
There is. It started with like a self-reflection kind of thing. You go with Mirror Mirror, and at the core of it was like it started with my little boy, because it was it's about reconnecting to the things that matter most in life. It's about reconnecting to yourself. I think too many times, like especially now in society and the digital age and everything, we get lost in the noise of life.
Right.
And for me when I was doing an acoustic cover of Pictures of You by The Cure, and I was like, how crazy relevant is this song from an album, Disintegration, that was released back in the 80s? Just how relevant is it? Because in this day and age, that's all we do, right? All we do is look at pictures, look at pictures online, look at people's Instagram, Twitter, Snapchats, the Tinder machine, what, Bumble, you name it, Grinder, I don't know, whatever you're on these days. It's like pictures, it's media, it's whatever. And I was like, man, we get so like lost in that it's like you don't even see yourself in it. And the crazy part about it is you can see your reflection in a phone, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, dude, like I realized I was lost in that. So I got rid of like Facebook on my phone for like the longest time. I mean, it took a beating for me to get it back on just so that I could talk about, the band stuff that we're doing. I didn't have Messenger. Like I just got rid of all that stuff.
Yeah.
I wanted to reconnect to that. I'm like, dude, it needs to matter about the moment. Like it needs to matter with, my son that I'm with right now. It needs to matter about like, the people that I'm with in my life in these moments. And then it became this whole like, it got even bigger, my big existential crisis, tell me where to go. Like I'm looking in the mirror, like guide me, lead me life. I'm like, do I, if you look at it this way, I'm looking at someone's Instagram, what they're having for dinner. Just like it became this reflection, and it got just, it could have been open-ended deepness forever. And so that's when I knew I was really onto something with the song. And Sahaj was sitting there working out the lyrics with me, and it was like he was giving me all these great ideas. We were able to hit on the constellation theme because I'm like, it should be about your universe, and everything that's in your own personal little universe you should build and concentrate and focus on, and just kind of block out all the BS. So it was for me it was huge because I had never written something to that degree of like that much thought put into it. I never really like thought about my lyrics that way. It was just like, hey, it makes sense. The syllables fit. We're done. You know what I mean? Like, the school of Steven Tyler. I'm like, am I even speaking like English? I don't even know. Like, but it sounds awesome, And then I was, in love with dudes like Chino from the Deftones.
Yeah.
When you sit down, you're like, what is he even saying? Like, really, like we're all singing these songs, and I'm like, I have no idea what the hell an RX Queen is. I love that damn song. You know what I mean, or
Right.
whatever. And so that's kind of like the school that I had grown up on. Just throw it out there, dude. And then tell someone, oh, it's whatever you want the song to be, right?
Yeah.
That's actually made sense for the first time in my life. That's kind of cool.
Hmm. Yeah. That's pretty cool. I don't even know how to. I don't know if I have anything to add to that.
My turn for you guys.
Oh, awesome.
Go for it.
So, has anyone ever told you that you look like a sexier Seth Rogen?
Yeah, all the time. Like people are like, that guy looks like Seth Rogen.
There you go. Do you buy into it? You tell them, yeah.
Sometimes, yeah.
I asked that only because you know what? This has happened in the like 3 times just in the past week, and when I was flying to New York recently, that people for some reason I have no idea. Like I was walking with this chick, like we're going to see this band play like in a park downtown, right?
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, someone's like, "Hey, are you Chris Angel?" I'm like, "If you believe in magic, right?" The stewardess swore I was Chris Angel, man. Like she would keep coming back and like giving me stuff, and I'm like, "Girl, if I was Chris Angel, like would I be in coach, like ass to ankles in the aisle seat?" And like really? But yeah, it must be my fantastical
Chris,
hair.
Chris Angel.
Right?
I haven't seen anything on him in a long time.
Yeah, that's what was weird. And I started Googling. I was like, oh, whoa, we do kind of have the same haircut. I was like, I get it, but I don't know. I guess people are weird, like you've got like dark hair and tattoos. You must be Chris Angel or a drug dealer.
You're like, is he still doing magic?
He disappeared.
Yeah, right.
He disappeared.
Right? Like magic right now make you disappear. Right? I'm trying to that drink I ordered reappear. Let's go, girl. Come on. That's like, man. Yeah.
Now the Seth Rogen thing is better than what I used to get. I used to have really long hair, and it was like down past my shoulders, and they'd be like, "You look like Chris Griffin from Family Guy."
Mm-hmm.
Oh, whoa. Yeah, I wouldn't never thought that.
Yeah, and I was like, "Oh, thanks."
If you saw him in high school, you'd think it.
Right? You're like, that's not a compliment thing.
Right.
It's so funny. Today some girl commented on something on the Facebook. She was like, "Oh my God, you put the ass in As Strange as Angels," and I was like, "Huh? Is she saying I'm an ass? Is she like I got a good ass? Like, cause really I kind of got like a Hank Hill ass going on." I was like, what is she getting at? I don't understand. I was like, I'll take it as a compliment. I was like, thank you.
You put the ass in as strange as angels. Wow, that's hard to say altogether. Like with ass at the beginning.
Man, she took some time to think about that.
Yeah.
Makes sense. I was like, when I look at it, but then I was like, is she complimenting me? Is she making fun of me? I don't get it because she put like a heart too. So I'm like,
Oh,
she hitting on me? Like I don't know.
she likes ass. I don't know.
Right? I'm like, getting way deeper. So I was like, I'll just leave it right there and give her the thumbs up. Right?
She can take that however she wants it.
Right. I give you the thumb.
Yeah.
That's a confusing one.
It
Right?
is.
Was it real thinker, dude? Right? And I'm not the brightest bulb in the pack, so there you go.
I was never very good at Tinder though, so I guess I never really, or any of those things,
Yeah.
to catch on with what people were saying. Do what?
The Tinder?
Yeah, I was never very good at any of that kind of stuff, so I never knew what these girls were talking about.
Is anyone ever really good at it? That's the thing. I don't know. Like, it's kind of like I sit back. I mean, I have a lot of friends, and like, I mean, I'm ridiculously open nowadays. I'm just like, I don't even care.
Yeah.
And it's so funny. You'll flip through like a dating site, right? And it's almost like all these people will say that they don't want to be there. And I'm like, then why are you here? Like, you're killing my buzz, right? Like, if I'm here, I can't believe I'm on this. Oh my God, a friend made me do it. I'm like, then just don't be here.
Yeah.
Right.
Just make the profile and then delete it if you don't want it.
Right? Or like, why do I think, oh my God, she can't stand being here. I better swipe on her. So definitely say no to me. It's just kind of funny. It's going back to the digital stuff. It's funny how like social media just works. That's why when I was told social media marketing is like dating, I was like, well, boo boo for me because I'm gonna be terrible at this, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how to connect. I just go, there it is.
Just throw it all out on the table. Be like,
Right.
you sort it out.
Go, didn't you? You figure it out. Let me know where to be and when.
Yeah. Let me know what you like.
If you're down with this mess, man, I'll be there and we can play cleanup.
Here's all of my shit. Deal with it.
I feel like that approach, right? Throw it all out there.
Yeah.
I'm a mess. I hope you like to clean. That should be my bio.
There you go.
Look at someone who can clean because I'm a mess. There you go.
Perfect.
Somebody be like, well, I just so happen to love cleaning.
Right? You never know, man.
And then you're in.
If you're OCD, you're the girl for me. I'm a train wreck. Yeah, that'll be my next song, man.
Nice. I like it. Oh, well. You got any other questions for him?
You guys planning any shows?
Yeah,
Anything
man.
coming
We
up?
did a bunch of acoustic shows with John Corabi from the Dead Daisies, and he was like that crew singer for a hot minute.
Mhm.
Record I love, honestly. But it was cool to do. We did some stuff for Sirius XM and some shows with Corabi. And again, spirit of vulnerability. It was really scary because it's like, I mean, I've been used to playing shows where you've got the lights, everything's loud, there's the crowd, and you're like, X on the light, right? And you do these acoustic shows where you're just kind of like, hi. I feel like Ricky. Like, what do I do with my hands? Right? Guess I'll play you some songs. And, that was really scary, but it was fun because you're playing to a room full of people, and they're all there just to hear the song. And it was something that I hadn't experienced in quite some time. It wasn't about the hoopla. It wasn't about the hype. It wasn't about the over the top. It was just about like these songs. You know what I mean? Three chords and the truth in a way. So that was a really cool challenge for me as an artist. But now seeing just that there's fans of As Strange as Angels and people that are starting to like the band, you're definitely gonna go out and do some shows. But I only want to go where someone wants us. Going back to what I was saying earlier about I don't want to be that artist that's beating you over the head with it. Like just it's Casper, Wyoming, or Bozeman, Montana, or Mendon, South Dakota. I think it's South Dakota. I don't know. I've played there before, but it's a really good show, by the way. But those are the cities that like want us, then that's where we'll be, man. Because I think it makes it special for us, and I think it makes the experience special, for the fan. It's like, why go to a party that you weren't invited to? You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
Yeah.
kind of, day by day. But definitely be playing out. Where are you guys?
What'd you say?
Where are you guys at?
We're in Lafayette, Indiana.
Yeah, dude, we had some hot shows in Indiana, man. South Bend.
Yeah.
Crazy AF, dude. Oh my God, we were on tour with Head PE, and literally, like outside of our bus, there was like people puking, fighting, and I'm pretty sure having sex.
Sounds
like,
about right.
Even been the same group of people.
Just in a small radius.
Yeah. It's like I walked out of my bus and I was like, whoa, dude. Like it was South Bend was freaking nuts, dude. Like
sounds about on par with the rest of the state. I mean,
yeah. There was another. I can't think about it. I can't think of it at the top of my head, man. But there was a crazy like one or two Indiana shows, man. Like that were just like I'm like, what is going on out here? It was super fun. It was like kind of scary, because like I don't drink, so it's fun when you're in the audience and you're on stage and you're like getting the audience into it.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Then in the audience, you're like, good God, I'm scared for my life. Like it's a really weird energy. You know what I mean? Like I'm not even kidding. Like, someone got knifed at another show. It was nuts, man. And what's funny is like where we went to go eat. There's like this cute little like old town like cafe, French cafe across the street. Like, oh man, I'm gonna bring my mom here and send her some pictures, right? Like real cute. And then like across the street where we're playing, like somebody's getting knifed, you know, and you're like, whoa.
Sounds kind of like Broad Ripple.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was some weird little town. Dude. The crazy part about it is I was like, man, it's so nuts. Can't wait to come back.
Well, really, all there is to do is crawl out of the cornfields and get drunk and party.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Well, hopefully we'll make some shows out in Indiana again. What?
Hell yeah.
there's
We'll start in South Bend, so if I can make it through South Bend, then I'm like over, dude.
there's some good venues in Indianapolis you should hit up if you
Oh,
come
yeah.
this way.
Yeah, there is, man. You know what's crazy? That little pocket is actually such a cool like bed for like rock and metal bands. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It always has been. You just cut through that Midwest, man, and it's just like there's love for anything
Oh, yeah.
that's out and heavy, dude. Like it's awesome. You know what I mean? I love playing that particular area. You know. So yeah, I'll be back anytime. Shit, I would go there first.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, go play Indiana and come back home.
There you go.
Right? That's all you need, man. Speaking of Indiana, isn't Axl Rose and Izzy Stradlin?
We're from Lafayette, yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
There really isn't anything to do out there.
No.
No.
So like, see, we don't know that. Like when we were on tour, like you go where the bus goes, you go where it parks, unless you have a friend in town.
Yeah.
That'll like you around, or you want to like grab an Uber and go look for yourself. You don't generally get to see a lot, and there's not really a lot that you can get from wherever you are within 2 or 3 hours, right?
hmm
You're at that point, you're usually looking for like a Walmart to like buy underwear if you wear them.
Yeah.
So and like whatever creature comforts you need. So I don't know. You see a city, but you don't really get like what's happening in the city, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Indianapolis is better. I mean, Lafayette, there really isn't like a big nightlife besides going out to the bars. There's some small like bar venues
Yeah.
that do local music on like Friday, Saturday nights, but Indianapolis has a lot more going on.
Oh, for
obviously,
sure.
But
Right on. Well, we'll make it out there, dude. And thank you guys so much, man, for taking the time today. Like I totally appreciate it.
Oh, yeah, man.
yeah, it was cool
anytime.
talking to you.
Yeah, and I'm glad I didn't get disconnected. It's like tornado watches and everything outside. And
No
like,
shit.
Yeah, here they're like, you have a flash flood warning. I was like,
We've
good.
had a flash flood warning for like all month.
Yeah.
You're like, we are a flash flood warning.
My backyard's a swamp.
There it was.
I'm not even kidding. It's just swampland.
Or is it a pool?
It's a swamp. It's just it's it's mud and grass.
I'm a half glass half full kind of guy.
Well, my ditch is half full behind the house, so I guess.
There you go.
But yeah, it was good talking to you. And are we gonna play? We're gonna play.
Yeah, we're going to play the music video for your single, Mirror Mirror.
Yeah.
Awesome, man.
So we'll be streaming it live.
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
But
Thank you so much, dude. I appreciate it.
yeah,
man, anytime.
it's good talking to you.
Anytime you want to come back on, just give us a shout.
Oh yeah, dude. When I get my Golden Girls shirt, I'm gonna hit you guys up.
Yeah, yeah.
What we should do is have an episode like dedicated to all things Golden Girls, and like really pick it apart, dude. Just kind of like, I was sitting around, my little boy when he was watching Sesame Street once, and I'm like, dude, are you kidding me right now with this cast? I'm like, the count is satanic, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oscar the Grouch, he's like strung out on something. I was
Meth.
like, Bert and Ernie, I'm like, you answer that one for me, right?
Yeah.
Big Bird, hello.
Snuffleupagus, is he still on there?
Yeah, right. He was a depressed drunk, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you can kind of make something out of anything, of course, but it was just kind of funny. So there you go. We could do an episode dedicated to the Golden Girls, man, and talk about all their different personalities, right? Because you have a bunch in your life.
I'm down for that.
I'm gonna have to get the shirt then.
Yeah. You could have a quiz. Are you a Dorothy or a Blanche?
I don't know. See, their attitudes vary.
Right? See, It'd be great, man. That's what we'll do next time.
It sounds good.
It'll be
Shit.
the Stay Golden podcast, dude.
Hell yeah.
All right, there we go. We just came up with it. Boom.
Boom.
Thank you guys so much, man. I appreciate it. I know you got to roll.
Right on. You have a good night, man.
Awesome. You too, bro. Thank you guys. Have a good one.
Anytime. Take care, man.
Peace, man.
See ya.
Yeah.
All right.
Hell yeah.
So that was Norman Matthew of As Strange as Angels.
Yeah.
Good dude, good tunes. We're about to hear them tunes.
I feel like I'm losing my voice or something.
I know, I keep like So let's do this.
Do it.
Reaching for a sign, I have to realign. Every time I try, I fall, stall behind. Passing through constellations, I'm drifting out of sight. Captivated by the luminance, I'm just a satellite. Blinded by the light, reflected all alone. A passenger who struggles for control. Mirror, mirror in the sky, tell me where to go. Cross my heart and hope today, in the afterglow. I'm so far away, I'm so far. Spinning worlds floating through the universe, searching for a reason so it doesn't hurt. I have to find the center, I'm meaningless without. That breaks my indecision, that tears apart this doubt. Blinded by the light, reflected all alone. A passenger who struggles for control. Mirror, mirror in the sky, tell me where to go. Cross my heart and hope today, in the afterglow. I'm so far away, I'm so far. Blinded by the light, reflecting all alone. A passenger who struggles for control. Gripping to the edge, above the blackest hole. Swimming in my head, and fighting for my soul. Mirror, mirror in the sky, tell me where to go. Cross my heart and hope today, in the afterglow. I'm so far away, I'm so far. Can I find my place in the stars?
Damn phone calls.
Stupid spam calls.
Yeah. Your car warranty's about to no, it's not. Piss off.
Car warranty expired 5 years ago.
Expired 5 years ago. So yeah, that was As Strange as Angels. That was their single Mirror Mirror.
Mm-hmm.
Good dude, good tunes.
Hell yeah.
So don't forget to check them out on Facebook. They're on Instagram and Twitter. They're also the EP is also available on iTunes, Google Play. It's on Spotify. So they're also on a bunch of Spotify playlists. So if you're a part of any of those, keep an eye
Yippers.
out. So
Really, you left a voicemail?
there's a voicemail.
I want to hear it.
Hello, your car warranty is about to expire. Grant. Whoa, those are getting personal.
Is that? I gotta hear this. Why does it do this every time? Audio.
The star if you are not interested. Again, press the pound key to be connected to an insurance specialist in your area, or press star if not interested.
Wow, they're leaving voicemails
That's
now.
the second time tonight from 2 different numbers.
Really?
Yeah, but they come through as Indiana numbers.
Yeah, it's like
They come through
your
as
area
local
code and your first 3 digits.
Yeah, they come through as local numbers to try
Yeah.
and trick you because it's a fucking scam.
Dude, you should see the list of numbers I have blocked. On
I don't
my
even
phone.
block them because it's just a new number every time.
There was 5 calls I got in one day, and the last 4 digits went in order. So it was like 2021, then it was like 2022, then 2023, then 2024.
Verizon has this app that I have. That's why it said potential spam. But if it's like a known spam number, it automatically blocks it. It doesn't even ring.
Oh, nice.
But that one, like, it didn't know for sure, so it just said potential.
Potential.
Which it must have been spamming people for it to say that, because if it's
Yeah.
like a random legit number calling me, it doesn't say that. It'll just say wireless, or it'll say their name or whatever.
So can you report it as?
Yes, I think I can actually. Now that you say that, let me see.
So you can be like this.
Yes,
is
I
spam.
can report number. I can block
Nice.
it.
That's through the app.
Yeah, it's this app through Verizon. I think I pay like $1 a month or for it or something. But
That's pretty cool.
is it a scammer? Yes. You can use hashtags.
So in other news,
Unblock number. No.
did you know that Montreal has officially become the most rock and roll city in all of Canada?
I did not.
Or rather, the most heavy metal city.
It's pretty interesting.
According to Consequence of Sound, a resolution proposed by a city councilor, Greg Suave, Suave, was unanimously approved last evening, April. Oh wait, not last evening.
What?
It was approved April 15th by the rest of the city council. The resolution recognizes Montreal's rich history and excellence in the genre.
Nice. Panic at the Disco just can't. Or I'm sorry, Panic at the Disco just can't stop reaching major milestones with their smash hit "High Hopes." The latest reason for celebrating is that the song, which comes from their latest album, "Pray for the Wicked," has been streamed 500 million times on Spotify. Billion. The song was released less than a year ago on May 23rd, 2018. So since then, it's been streamed 1.5 million times every day to hit the 500 billion mark. Wow. Aside from streaming, High Hopes has been widely successful on the charts as well. The band's single recently became the longest leading #1 Billboard adult pop song radio airplay charts more than 10 years.
Isn't that crazy? 1.5 million times a day.
What's the most streamed song on Spotify?
I don't know. That's a good
I'm
question.
gonna Google it while you do the next one.
Sounds good. We don't need fact checkers. We can do it ourselves. Ice-T reveals that Body Count. A new Body Count album is in the works. Ice-T took to Twitter to reveal that the band was heading back into the studio with a teaser photo of Will in the studio. Quote, headed back to the studio today, the Body Count frontman says on Twitter. New Body Count album in progress. First 2 songs locked. Hard as fuck. We're going in. # carnivore. I'm assuming carnivore may be the album title. Yeah.
Streams in the millions. What's 2,142 million? Is that 2,142,000,000?
Why would they put it like that?
I don't know.
Why can't they just be like,
That's what that would be, wouldn't it? 2,000 million would be
Yeah.
2 billion, right?
yeah, but why not just put 2 bill?
I don't know. So Shape of You by Ed Sheeran.
Wow.
2,140,000,000. That's what Wikipedia says. I don't know if that's
Oh,
accurate or not, but
it could be.
let's see what Alt Press says. 1 day ago. Let's see what Alt Press says.
Huh. Fall Out Boy.
This says
Holy
Fall Out Boy
crap.
is at 449 million, so it doesn't make any sense.
Right.
Wait.
Were you looking at Wikipedia or WikiLinks? Wow.
That was Wikipedia. That don't make any sense because these are at 500. That's Panic at the Disco right there, 511 million.
Wait. Then why is
Wait.
what?
6 point. What?
These are all out of order.
How are they ranking these?
Yeah.
Basket Case is up there at 325
but-
million.
The Panic at the Disco one was higher than the Fall Out Boy one, but
Yeah, I
they had it
don't know.
ranked number
I
2.
don't know how they're ranking
What?
these.
That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't either. Where's like just the real stats? Like,
Yeah. Why are you looking for those?
oh, maybe Spotify. That's
some
just
upcoming
on
tours.
Spotify.
Amon Amarth expanded their raid worldwide with the addition of North America dates on the Berserker World Tour. The tour's namesake album, Berserker, releases May 3rd. I was confused because I was like, what is today? May 3rd via Metal Blade Records. Dates kick off September 26th in Seattle with support from Arch Enemy. At the Gates and Grand Magus. Tickets are on sale now.
Nice. I'm still looking.
Still looking? Okay.
I'm trying
Also-
to see. I thought it told you when you clicked on a song.
That'll show you the plays.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Don't accidentally play that.
I got the volume
Oh,
off.
okay.
What the? So when I went, Spotify's most played all time, updated weekly. Ed Sheeran "Shape of You" is on number 1,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't tell me what the count is.
Hmm.
Oh my gosh! I don't want to log in because I don't know my password. You have to have an account to play it. Yeah, I understand that. Copy song link? Maybe if I go to the song link. Nope.
Nothing.
Bastard man.
The bastard man.
I bet it'll tell me on my account. You keep going with
Okay.
them.
Scottish synth pop outfit Churches have extended their 2019 North America tour to include a headlining run this summer. The tour kicks off June 29th at the Westwood Music Showcase in Denver, Colorado, and includes stops in cities like Milwaukee, Toronto, and New York City, where the band will play Radio City Music Hall with special guest Carly Bliss. The tour wraps up July 14th with a performance at Forecastle Festival in Louisville, Kentucky. Tickets for Church's summer run go on sale. They're on sale now. Complete information is available on the band's website.
So Wikipedia was right. Shape of You is 2,145,000,000.
Does it show you on the app?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Wait. Yeah.
So it'll show you on the app and not the website.
Well, probably because I wasn't logged in.
Yeah.
2 billion plays. That's the number 1 song on Spotify
Wow.
of plays. That's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
Where were you?
Right there.
Flaming Lips?
Yep.
The Flaming Lips will hit the road this summer following the release of their 15th studio album, King's Mouth, Music and Songs, which will be released on July 19th via Warner Brothers. The tour, which will feature the Claypool and Delirium, who won't appear at the July 31st show, with support from Particle Kid, kicks off July 23rd in Wichita, Kansas at Wave, and includes several stops through the Midwest and East Coast. Neat.
Eric Clapton will perform his first Crossroads Guitar Festival in 6 years in Dallas on September 20th and 21st, featuring the Tasheti Trucks Band, Sheryl Crow, Joe Walsh. Oh, man, Joe Walsh.
Nice.
Bonnie Raitt, Gary Clark Jr., and more. Before that, the guitarist has announced that he will head out on a small run of U.S. dates in San Francisco, Las Vegas, and Phoenix.
Wiz Khalifa is recruiting French Montana and Playboy Cardi as special guests for his upcoming The Decent Exposure Tour. Moneybag Yo, Chevy Woods, and DJ Drama will also join for the 29-date North American trek, which launches July 9th in Atlanta, Georgia, and wraps up August 15th in Boise, Idaho.
Oh, Boise.
I hope DJ Drama is not Rob Dyrdek's cousin Drama.
That'd be pretty cool. So,
I don't know why that.
you're familiar with Bandcamp, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of, independent artists use Bandcamp before they use, streaming services like iTunes and stuff because it's free.
Mm-hmm.
So Bandcamp is going to launch a vinyl pressing service.
Nice.
So Bandcamp, they recently announced that they are launching an all new in-house vinyl pressing service for bands who use their platform. Mm-hmm. According to Pitchfork, the new development gives bands and artists the option to crowdfund for vinyl releases. Then if the band covers the minimum cost of making the record, Bandcamp will press the vinyl, print the package, and then ship it directly to the fans who order it.
Nice.
According to Bandcamp's website, the service lessens the stress and hassle that comes with pressing vinyls when you're a smaller band. That said, the new service will eliminate any out-of-pocket cost. Instead, fans ordering will pay for the pressings.
Nice.
Despite what you may think, bands will still have complete control over the record's design and price. Additionally, Bandcamp ensures users that the vinyl will be of high quality. The service is set to launch later this year, according to the streaming service's vinyl page. So that's pretty cool. It's kind of like you order it, they make it, and you can still make money off of it. So like the fan will order it, pay for the pressing, and then...
What's that cost?
I don't know. I think it depends on their service, but when I was looking at getting us vinyls made, it was $25 a piece to get the vinyl, just the vinyl pressed.
Huh.
That didn't include the packaging and everything.
And to pay for it and all that.
Yeah.
Well, Woodstock 50 has been canceled, so
Yeah, that probably
there's that.
that probably fell in line with they didn't get permits before they started promoting for the place. So
Right.
essentially they had no location.
Poor
And-
planning.
Right. So they had all these people booked.
And Amazon Music is now available for free. The Amazon free music streaming service has launched in the U.S., but the tech giant is making anything but a big deal out of it. The ad-supported free service quietly become available this week, last week actually, exclusively through Alexa, Amazon's voice assistant programmed into Echo devices, indicating that Amazon was more interested in promoting its own hardware ecosystem than being an aggressive competitor to Spotify's free music tier. I guess that makes sense if you own an Alexa.
Right.
It gives you all that music for free.
It gives Alexa a purpose.
Yeah. Alexa. I'm going to keep saying it. Alexa.
Yeah, Alexa.
Since the launch of Amazon Music, customers have been able to use simplicity and magic of voice requests and music in fun, innovative ways. The company wrote in a blog post Thursday emphasizing the ties between music and voice discovery. And so beginning today, customers in the U.S. who do not yet have a Prime membership or a subscription to Amazon Music Unlimited will now be able to listen to an ad-supported selection of top playlists and stations for free with Amazon Music on compatible Alexa-enabled devices. That's nice, I guess, but I have...
Alexa, order 50 pounds of popcorn. Thank you.
Yes. You got to throw in the yes.
Oh.
I don't know how you confirm it,
Yes.
but yes. I've never ordered. That's the silliest thing that I think Amazon Alexa Alexa things can do is order things. Like, I've ordered something on Amazon and it'll be like, tell Alexa to just order this again. And I'm like,
No.
for one, why would I order that again?
I only need it once.
Yeah. I hate that when I'll order something and then
You order Alexa and once
yeah,
you order another one.
It'll email me, hey, we have this available to order. Yeah, I just bought one, you dumb shit.
You dumb bitch.
Why would I order 3 dildos?
I'm not going to say it, but I'll say it when we're done. So that's going to be it for tonight. Don't forget, you can like us on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're on Twitter. We're also on YouTube. You can subscribe to our channel. You can also subscribe to us here on Twitch. That helps us out. Mm-hmm. If you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe for free.
Yep.
So that's pretty cool.
Yep.
And if you're into the gaming, you get the Amazon, the Twitch loot and all that stuff. So
Yep. I don't
So
know
it's
what
a
that is, but you
win-win.
get it.
yeah, it's free stuff. It's loot.
Loot, bruh.
So also, if you want to take us on the go, we're on iTunes, Google Play, and Stitcher. We'll be back Thursday with Spec K.
Nice.
See everyone later.